All right. I think Gavin might be one of my first two-time guests. I have a couple of you guys have done it twice, but Gavin's been on here before. He is a friend of the show. He also filmed two of our hunts. If you watch Borderland Muleys on YouTube, Gavin filmed that. And then I don't know what we're going to call the hunt where my kids shot two mule deer last month in New Mexico, but Gavin filmed that as well. And that'll be out in the spring. So Gaven Swinson with Gila Monster Outdoors, dude. How you doing?
Doing great. Getting towards the end of our season. Had a lot of hunts this year. Got a couple more left, and starting to run out of gas in the tank. To be honest with you, I'm getting a little tired at this point in the year. But it's been good. We've had a lot of success this year, so I'm super excited about it.
Oh, dude, we got to go. I mean, like me and you text a lot. Like we're definitely friends, and like you're definitely like outpacing me on killing cool stuff. And I mean, like you got like a stud freaking antelope. That was this year, right?
That was last year, yeah.
Oh, it was
But we
last
did
year.
kill an antelope with the bow hitch this year, so
You got an antelope. You got a bomber bull. That is a bomber bull. You did get a oddad sheep, a really good oddad. I think the bases are like touching. You've got you just killed another bull with bow hitch. I mean, you've been going good, man. It's been a run for sure this year.
yeah, trying to. It's been one of the better years that we've had. We have a lot of content to push out this year, so I think we'll have some great videos to put out once we slow down, have some time to work on them. So I'm excited.
Yeah, I love watching guys' stuff. I always tell my team because like, we're filming all of our hunts now, right? And like we're even filming like we film like Luke Dusenberry's bull hunt. He killed a bull, right? And like what I like about you guys, and don't take this the wrong way, it's very similar to Tricer, is it's just like normal dudes that love hunting, right? Like you're not trying to be, you know, Steven Ranella, right? You're not
Oh yeah.
trying to overdo like how badass you are. You're just like out there doing it. And that's what I tell my team all the time. And like I want my hunt films just to be normal people who love hunting just as much as Ranella does, or maybe not as good. you
Yeah,
know,
oh yeah. I mean,
you
it's
know.
it's the truth. If I had as much time as that guy to hunt, I mean, we'd probably have some really cool content and kill some hammer animals, but we're just like everybody else out there having fun, enjoying it, and capturing memories. That's what I like to say.
You're killing some hammers, dude. You're killing. You got to stop with this whole like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing thing, because you're getting up there on the elk killing list, dude. Being a New Mexico resident, you really. I don't want. We're not going to say where you're hunting in New Mexico, okay?
Hmm.
I don't want to blow this fight up because I'm trying to draw this tag, dude, every year. And the odds are only like 2%. So I don't want to talk about where you're hunting because I've been trying to draw it for 10 years and I haven't drawn it yet. But let's get into that bull hunt because like you guys are doing something unique, meaning you guys are really dumb
Yeah,
and you're willing to just go far. And you guys are killing bomber bulls, dude, every year. You're going past the horse camps and you're going
yeah.
in on foot and you're killing elk, dude. Talk about your strategy because originally when you first started hunting elk, you're kind of sitting water. I know that, like, and now you guys have kind of got this figured out where you guys are going into some wilderness and going in deep into Mexico and killing some bombers.
I mean, you look at the country on the map, or even driving by it, it's ugly. No one wants to be in there. And when you see that, you're like, yeah, they're not getting horses back there either. And so, like, being as dumb as I am, I'm like, well, I want to go back there and go check it out and see. And lo and behold, this, I think it was 3 or 4 years ago now, we actually glassed up some nice bulls back there. And so we went in for the first time last year, drew the tag, and pulled out a phenomenal bull. And so kind of figured out where they were at last year. And this year we decided we were going to do it again, but probably go in even deeper this year. And so
Now, what is
that's
what is deeper? Okay, I want people to hear how many miles are you hiking in on foot? Here, Monster Outdoors.
10 miles from the trailhead is about how far we get in on foot.
10 miles. So
And
20 miles round trip to get a bull out. Okay.
just me and one other guy off trail. Like we're on trail probably 50% of the time. And then after that, it's just we're trying to find the easiest way to get around at that point.
But it's working.
It is. I mean, we're seeing tons of elk. Um, it's not even just that. I think my favorite part about it is we're all alone. Once you get in that deep or in that kind of country, you have no one else out there that can mess up your hunt.
Nobody's
So
dumb
you can
enough to go that
enjoy
deep.
it.
It's
And
great.
if you
No one
blow a
else is
bull
that.
up, go a canyon over, and there's going to be more in there. I mean, you can enjoy it and have a fun. You just have to get back there. That's the worst part of it all.
Yeah. And well, the worst part of it all is when you actually kill one, you got to bring them out of there. I would argue that because I've done my worst elk pack was like 8.5 miles out of the Frank, and it was my body's still not the same.
Yeah,
I
it's
know what it's like to come out of the mountains with a pack like that. So yeah, so you guys decided like we're gonna start going really deep, and you're not like I still don't know why you don't. I mean, you guys have farmland and stuff. I don't know why you don't have. Why don't you have pack animals yet? Why are you guys not getting donkeys?
we use them. I think the first time we really went in deep was 3 years ago. My dad and uncle drew that hunt, and when we went back there, we had two mules, and they worked great for packing our gear, and it was awesome. But the hunt wasn't going so great. We weren't seeing a lot of elk. It was the first archery hunt, so it was really slow. And my dad wanted to come out midway through the hunt and just go back in later on the last couple of days when they should have started bugling. And on the way out, he got bucked off of the mule, got impaled by a tree branch, and it was just a train wreck of stuff that could happen. And then last year, when we went back in there, someone got trampled by a horse on the trail and had to get airlifted out. So after hearing some of those stories and experiencing them, it's just something that I didn't want to deal with. I didn't want to spend all this time getting ready, hiking in there, doing what I love, and then have an animal ruin that hunt for me. So that's kind of why we're doing it on foot right now. And it saves you a bunch of money. Horses are expensive, mules are expensive, and it's a lot of upkeep.
Dude, they're not. Let me tell you why. Donkeys. If you listen to the podcast I did with the donkey guy from New Mexico who races donkeys,
Yeah,
you did listen to that one?
yeah.
You could get so the government pays, and I want someone to do this. Like I'm going to at some point. Like if I ever slow down, the problem is I'm just gone too much. I travel the world too much. It's hard for me to have like if I went and got donkeys, my wife would probably shoot me. Like she's pretty awesome, but if I like stuck her with some stock, I'm like, hey, raise this stock for me so I can take him out a couple of a year. Like I'll probably have to rent them. So anyways, the government will pay 1,000. They pay this agency $1,000 to like trailer train, pannier train, and like rope train these donkeys, whatever that is. I don't know.
Hmm.
And then they sell those donkeys for $200 a piece, or
Wow.
two for 300. Dude,
That might be
like
a way to get into it.
dude, $300. You have two donkeys. I mean, I probably shouldn't say this on here because they might hear, but like, dude, if you don't like them, just shoot the thing in the head and leave it out there. You know what I mean? Like, I know you're not supposed to do that.
Hmm.
You're supposed to bring them out, but whatever, drag it back out with you. Like $300, dude. And this guy swears by them.
Huh.
He's like, dude, because I know like Livesay is big on like llamas, and they're like 16 grand, anywhere from
Yeah.
8 to 16 grand a piece now to go buy one from Bo Beatty or from Mark Livesay to buy these llamas. Dude, you can go get two donkeys, like wild burro donkeys that you see all over New Mexico and Arizona and
Hmm.
Nevada, it's California, for $300, dude. Put some panniers on those things. You're in donkeys for like less than $1,000, and you're out there. I
Yeah.
mean, the most expensive part's gonna be the panniers. I think you can get them for like not that much, $500, something like that.
You could find them used anywhere, honestly.
Yeah. And then now
And
you've
that's
got
the
two
crazy thing.
donkeys.
Like that's the same price as like those bred pack goats, and it's going to carry more weight than those bred pack goats will carry
Dude,
all day
they
long.
carry so much weight, dude. And they're really hard to kill. I mean, those things live in 120-degree Arizona heat all year long, and they live. And
Yeah.
they're very healthy too, because they've just been, living out there forever. So like it's a phenomenal. It's like the best kept secret in stock right now. And like for someone like you're not going to ride them, you're just going to bring them
Yeah.
in. So it's just like it's just like having a llama or a pack goat. So you're not going to be like riding this burro in there. You're just going to put it on, you put it on a lead. You're going to lead two donkeys in. But dude, you now can go anywhere, and like you don't have to worry about it, right? Especially because there's water back there too, right? Where you're going.
Oh yeah, plenty of water.
They just freaking tie those things. I don't know the rules. Like I used llamas one time this year and I lost one of them, but I found it. Like you just stake those suckers down next to the water and some grass and like just go hunting, dude. Like it's pretty freaking easy.
Well,
And I'm sure
like my
there's
dad too. He always wants to go back there, but just kind of relax. So if we're out there hunting, just have him hang back, take care of the donkeys while we're gone all day. I mean, it'd work out pretty good.
dude. I'm
Matter
actually
of
gonna
fact,
text.
my
I'm gonna text you.
taxidermist, he doesn't run like your full size donkey. He runs those mini donkeys, and that's what he goes and backpack hunts with.
I'm sending it to you right now, Gavin. Like I want you to do it so bad because I want to use your donkeys. I don't want to do it myself in order to put them. So look, it's called Peaceful Valley Donkey Rescue BLM Sale Burros. And dude, like they do say they own them for life. So like you bring them, but they like you can't like you got to give it back to them if something goes wrong, right? Like you're
Yeah.
technically like they somehow they still own it. BLM Sale Burros, blah blah blah. Dude, yeah, check that thing I just sent you. I can't remember what the pricing is, but it was like it was stupid how cheap it was to get a donkey. And you're basically foster you basically foster them. But dude, you
Yeah.
can get two donkeys, dude, for like $300 and go out there and do it. Is your dad? I mean, you guys have farms, right? I mean, you guys have room
Oh
for
yeah.
donkeys.
Oh,
Yeah,
most of my
dude,
clients and my regular job, they all grow alfalfa, so I could probably work a deal with them and get some feed. I mean, it'd be great.
Gavin, please get some donkeys. I will hunt New Mexico with you next year. We'll go donkey hunting, dude. I can't wait to bring these donkeys. I want someone to do it so bad, and you're
That
the
would
dude.
be a.
I can't believe we didn't talk about this when we were together in New Mexico.
We had deer on our mind. We were busy trying to find big deer.
Try to find, dude. There's freaking deer everywhere, and I had elk on my mind. That hunt was wild. There's elk everywhere. Anyways, I just totally screwed up this whole thing. So, anyways, you're going back you're 10 miles to base camp. So you're hunting
Hmm.
anywhere 10 to 15 miles from the truck to try and kill these elk.
Yeah. So this year I did a little bit different. We hunt. It's not really the highest point of that country. We hunt around, I would say, 8 to 9,000 feet, which is still pretty high in New Mexico. But the highest point is, I think, around 10,000 feet. And so this
Really?
year, instead of hiking in with the guys, I said, I'm going to go up higher and just spend 2 days up there before the hunt, glass, and then I'll find where all the elk are, meet you guys, and then we'll just get after it. That first morning, I think we glassed up like 6 or 7 bulls from up high. And so pinned them all down, went up and linked up at camp, and we already had a game plan. We knew we were going to get into elk. Most of the bulls we saw were 300 plus, which is all we were looking for. And so at that point, we just had to find water, a good place to camp, and start hunting. And so that's pretty much exactly how we've been doing it: getting to a high spot, glassing up elk, finding water, setting up camp, and then just keep moving with the elk. And it's been great for us. I mean, it's hard. It's throw 70 pounds on your back if an area doesn't work out, but moving with the elk has brought a lot of success our way.
So you're spike camping? You're not just base camping?
No, just bike camping, throwing up a tent.
Really? So
Yep.
you're carrying the whole camp on your back the whole time.
My pack weight with camera gear and my bow this year, I think my pack weighed like 80 pounds I think I had 12 days worth of stuff in there.
Camera gear sucks. I
Yeah.
realized that. Like camera gear really sucks. You saw that big lens I'm carrying around now. I'm just like,
Yeah.
oh, camera. You're talking just camera gear is 15 pounds when you get your batteries, chargers, everything in there, lenses, the whole nine, 10 to 15 pounds. Adds
Yeah.
some serious weight to your pack.
And then you have like an 80-pound pack and a camera mounted to your backpack harness, and it's just lugging on you all day. It sucks. It's the worst. But as soon as you're back there, you're set. You know where the elk are, and you just go hunting from there.
I haven't got to show you the new Tricer LD Luke Duesenberry camera clip is
Hmm.
done. We've been running the prototypes for now. I'm liking it a lot. It's really small, so it's almost the size of an Arca plate. So that's going to come out in the spring. We're still tweaking a few things on it, but so we're making our own camera clip that doesn't. You know how the camera clips right now they slide everywhere on you.
Yeah.
These new ones are just locked in place. I think you might have saw my first prototype, which is pretty sketchy, but the final prototype is pretty nice, and a couple more tweaks on it, and I'll get you one. Might be able to
As
send you
long
one
as they're
actually.
better than this one. This one I have a hard time. When it gets real cold, it freezes up, and you can't get your camera out of
Are
that
you
hole.
using the Peak Design or what are you
Yeah.
using?
Peak
Yeah,
design.
yeah. I'll send you one. The only issue with mine now doesn't clamp perfectly, so I'll have to tell you. There's a little trick right now. We're having to put a little rope in there to get it to clamp right. But whatever. It's a prototype. Prototyping, dude. Like you're always rigging things a little bit to make it work. But it's
Yeah.
the design is there. It's getting there. Um, so you got back there this year. Are you guys hunting because so you guys are in New Mexico. The cool thing is residents. You can draw some of these tags. As a non-res, like New Mexico's a no-brainer. You must apply, but the odds are just not in your favor. I mean, like the best odds are 2 or 3% on some of these units. 1% is more typical. Are you guys hunting the first or second season?
In the past, it was mainly first season because of draw odds. But after doing that for a couple of years, it's just tough. It's a tough hunt. And the odds are still pretty good on the second hunt. And so the past, I think, 3 years, that's all we've been doing is second archery hunts.
So what that means is, if people are listening, so in New Mexico, I think it goes like from the 7th through 14th and like the 14th through 21st or something like that. And so obviously, if you know anything about elk hunting, they really turn on around like the 20th, 21st, they
Yeah.
really start going crazy. So it's a good tag to get. I mean, does it go longer than the 21st? It's 14th
It's
to
the 15th through the 24th. So it's 10 days for the
10
second
days.
hunt.
Okay. 15th to 24th. Yeah. So you get that real peak, 20th through 22nd, peak prime rut. So especially down south in New Mexico, it's when they're really going crazy every year. And so
Oh
you went
yeah.
back there this year. You're finding bulls. How many bulls did you guys kill? Just what? Just the one you shot, or more than one?
So we had two tags. My buddy Nick was hunting with me, and last year he let me shoot one, and so this year the plan was to kind of get him his bull, and then either spend the whole hunt doing that, or if we had some days left, I was going to stay out there by myself and try to fill my tag. And he's got a baby on the way, has a lot of stuff going on back home, and so I think we were at day 6 or 7 of the hunt, and he decided he was going to head out of there. And so I had me and another buddy left. We kind of hunted back towards the truck to help him get out of there, and decided, well, we're going to go back in and see what we can turn up. We didn't get all the way back in 10 miles deep this time. We were a little tired after chasing bulls around with Nick, and I think we ended up being 3 to 4 miles in deep. So it's not terrible. And happened to turn up a bull in a meadow that we'd been watching. They'd been wallowing in that meadow every day for the past 3 or 4 days, and stuck a bull in there. So it was awesome. We only pulled one out of there out of two tags, but it was still worth it in the end.
But this is no average bull. I mean, this is like a 340 super heavy big bull, right? Do you put tape on
Yeah,
it yet?
I taped him out. I didn't really spend a lot of time on it, but he's like 315 to 320. He looks a lot bigger than he
Is it,
is.
dude? He looks so much bigger than that. He
Yeah,
looks so. Maybe he just wasn't that wide. Maybe he's just super heavy. It is.
yeah.
I remember seeing this
His
bull and being like, "This is a really good bull."
his beams were long. He was super heavy, had a lot of mass, but like his fifths and his fourths were just weak. Which this year it was really dry in New Mexico. That was kind of the thing across the board. Really good fronts and G3s, and then everything past that just kind of went downhill. So I just don't think they had the feed that they needed. If it was a regular year, that bull probably would have been 350, 360.
That's awesome. Now, are you? What is your calling tactic on elk now?
I don't call it all. Zero
Really,
calling. I mean,
zero calling.
they're so quiet. I don't think they're call shy because of hunting pressure per se, but we have a lot of predators. I mean, there's bears everywhere back there, mountain lions, there's Mexican gray wolves. And so I just don't think they like talking much. They'll talk super early in the morning and late into the evening. And other than that, they are not responding at all. They could come in quietly, but I just don't want to waste my time waiting to see if a bull comes in. I'd rather go chase them. And so back there, what we've been doing is either spot and stock from glassing or finding wallows or meadows where they're taking their cows in to feed and just
Hmm.
ambushing them. Because with that place, there's a good burn with a lot of fallen timber, and so if a bull does work its way into a meadow, you can sneak in on them pretty easily. And we've done that the past 2 years. It's honestly worked great for us.
That's awesome. A lot of the most successful guys are doing it like that. I mean, Brian
Hmm.
Barney, same way, not calling a lot. I know we hunted bulls this year. We got a bull killed with Brad, and we just exclusively calf called. We didn't do any cow calling. We did a little bit of bugling, like in the morning. That was it. But just basically just went to a calf call, and that was it. And real light, not a lot, just because there's just
Yeah.
too many guys out there doing it, and it seemed to work. So that's
I just
awesome.
don't
So
want
yeah,
them to know I'm there. I mean, it's why have the elk know that there's something else around them when you can just be silent and they'll never know that you're there till you let an arrow fly and you're done by then.
yeah, hopefully,
Hopefully.
hopefully, yeah, that seems like a tactic a lot of guys are going to is a spot and stock. During the rut, you know, if you hear them bugle, you find cows, you're going to find bulls, right? They're moving a lot during the day. When you killed that bull, do you kill it in the afternoon or in the morning?
It was in the afternoon. We probably should have had him in the morning. Actually, there was a 360 bull back there that we did have eyes on, and that morning we snuck in on him, and I had him at 120 yards. It was moving in for the final shot, and I had a 5x6 walk in front of me. He's probably a 280 bull at 60 yards, and would not get out of my way. And I didn't want to spook him and spook the other bull out. So by the time he cleared, that bull had taken off and bedded in some, we call it locust brush. It's like rose thorn, nasty brush, about 6 to 8 feet tall. And those
Mm-hmm.
bulls go bed in there, and you're not going to chase after them. So we waited in that meadow. They were bedded right there, probably 100 yards into that brush. And he came out in the evening, and I think we shot him at like 6:30 in the afternoon. So fairly early into the afternoon.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of elk get killed in the afternoons.
Hmm.
This kind of a time you get them out with their feet and get them right there. What So you guys got done. That's pretty cool. You pack them out. Are you guys packing out the bull and camp? Or are you packing out camp first, coming back and doing like I'm a 4 trip elk guy. Like we did my kids' bull with with when I say three, I mean 3 guys did 1 bull this year. It wasn't terrible. It's just heavy. I mean, you're
Yeah,
talking 140-pound pack. It's heavy. I like doing an elk in 4 trips, meaning four guys or 4 times or 2 guys, 2 trips. That makes
yeah,
sense.
yeah. We deboned him. I think we got hands on him about 7 o'clock, and by the time we finished deboning him, I think it was 10 o'clock at night. And camp was a mile and a half away at that point, and we kind of looked at each other like, we don't want to make another trip in here. Let's just load up everything and go. And so that's what we did. I carried the 2 hinds, the head, and my bow, and then my gear. My buddy carried the 2 fronts and the extra meat. And we got back to
Oh,
camp at 2 in the morning. But then it was worth it. We only had a couple miles to get out of there, and then we did the 4 trips, and it was a lot easier then. But we just decided to kill ourselves and get it over with since it was cooler in the afternoon.
I always love a bad idea. Gavin is, what are you, 27, Gavin?
27.
27. And Gavin also has like these Brady Miller, like 8 foot long legs. Like I hike with Gavin and I'm like, gosh, he's so fast. So he is built for packing out bowls, but man, that my body hurts just thinking about doing half a bowl.
It was terrible. My back hurt for 3 to 4 days after doing
That's
that,
why,
but
yeah.
getting to sleep in the next morning a little bit made it all worth it.
Dude, it's not even just the packing. Like what people don't understand, like when you kill an elk, your body just hurts from cleaning it. Like you're
Oh
bending
yeah,
over and cleaning it, and like your hands hurt, like everything on you just like even just cleaning a deer sucks. But like you do a
yeah.
bull and it's like you're bending over that thing for a couple hours getting it all done and it's just rolling them and doing stuff. Like you're just sore from that, let alone packing the dang thing out.
Like gripping that hide and skinning that
Yeah.
hide. By the time you get done, your forearms are so tired you can't even close your hands. I mean, it's tiring.
1 second, my TV just.
Yeah, so like gripping that hide, and I mean doing a whole elk just 2 people. By the time you get done, your forearms are cramping and you can't even close your hands, and you're just wiped out.
Yeah, man. Are you what are you using for knives? Are you a replaceable blade guy? Or are you doing both? I do both. I kind of do like a hybrid, like thin blade, fixed blade knife now. I really like the Taito. I like the Kestrel. And then
Hmm.
I really love the Taito replaceable blades. They're bigger replaceable blades, like a bigger one. It's not quite a rugged ridge or whatever it is, but like it's a little bit bigger replaceable. What
Yeah,
what are you doing?
I have an outdoor edge for replaceable.
Outdoor edge.
Like
That's what I meant. Outdoor edge, not rugged
the
ridge.
thing with my knives is like every knife I have was gifted to me. So like my dad got me that outdoor edge, so I always take it with me. And this year, my buddy got me a Benchmade as a wedding gift,
Mm,
and I went through that whole elk with that one Benchmade. Didn't even touch my outdoor edge knife,
yeah,
and I was just blown away. I mean,
yeah.
it's a knife like that. That's exactly what you need for an elk. You need a fixed blade that's going to do all the dirty work, and then you need a replaceable blade to get you through all the light cuts and make sure you don't dull that blade out.
Yeah, I love the replaceable blade for honestly like cutting the hide,
Yeah,
going down like that. On a deer, pretty much replaceable blade I can do the whole thing, honestly.
yeah,
But even like back straps on a deer, like it's nice to have a fixed blade for that. And then it's
hmm,
great having a fixed blade for like that rear joint socket,
yeah,
especially on an elk, because you are going to snap like a number 60 replaceable blade, like a Havalon blade. You are going
yeah.
to snap multiple blades on elk. You try and do it without it.
And then like I don't like to carry a saw when I'm backpacking. I mean, maybe a small saw to cut limbs, but I'm not going to carry a big pack saw to try and cut those legs off. So having a nice heavy duty fixed blade to do that, and the head, which is a pain in the butt, having a heavy duty fixed blade for elk is a must.
Yeah, I like it a lot more for doing the joints. I do want to bring like I bought one of those like sharpener like whatever those things are. I don't know like it's like has the chopsticks on it. It does the little thing.
Yeah.
They sell them at like Sportsman's Warehouse. So it was like $150, and I feel like I just can't get it as sharp as bring it to the knife shop. There's a knife shop in my
Oh
town
yeah.
that'll charge me like $6 to do them. I'm probably gonna bring. I have like 4 or 5 of them here. Like all my knives are so gross right now. Like especially my folding ones. Like there's just like deer inside of them, and just like there's got to be like parasites and worms. Like I'm convinced in my knives right now. They're so gross. I need to go through them all before I leave next week and get them done. It's on my things to do list. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. Actually, I'm going
That's the
deer hunting
best thing
tomorrow.
I've learned, like with those knives, is just keeping an edge. So even if it's a cheap $15 to $20 sharpener you pick up at Sportsman's or Cabela's,
Yeah.
just taking a moment every now and then when you take a break and keep that edge honed. That way you don't lose it. Because when you lose that edge, that knife is done. You're not going to sharpen it in the field at all.
There is nothing better than like when you put a new blade on, like on a replaceable, and it's just like so sharp. It's like, oh, this
Yeah.
is so much better. So much better. Or a sharp knife. But dude, the nice knives do work, man. Like I'm telling you what, I got this half-face blades knife that Beto gave me, and
Hmm.
it's freaking scary sharp. It's scary sharp. But I feel like I'm just not great at sharpening. I have like one of those like plastic V things. I sharpen it in that, like
Yeah.
just get me through the hunt, and then I'll bring it in to get it done at the knife sharpening place. Or I need to pull the knife sharp around and try and do it myself before I leave next week. I mean, I bought the thing to do it. I'm sure I can figure it out. So, anyways, that's awesome. You killed a bull, stud bull, got that up. Did you go straight from that to my hunt?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, we can talk about my
Pretty
kids'
much.
hunt. Yeah, I think you were straight from that because I was on my hunt too. Because I text Gavin, we are hunting at the same time, and I'm like, Gavin, like, I'm gonna be late. There's no way I'm making it to New Mexico like 2 days after I get back from Utah. So we killed a bull in Utah. I don't think I've done a pot on that yet. I should. And then we had my kids drew this really good New Mexico mule deer tag that they get to hunt like a not. It's not a preserve. I don't want to give it too much info. Some people take my kids' tag. It's a good
Just
tag.
a special management area.
Special
That's all it
management
is.
area where only
Yeah.
kids can hunt. It's a management area that only kids can hunt. And dude, it was just loaded with coos deer and mule deer apparently and elk. There's this elk everywhere. I mean, there was this club bull that was just going bananas. That was just on 7x7. I mean, these bulls are. It's only youth can hunt the bulls too, and it's like impossible to draw. Actually, non-resident can't even draw that tag. But anyways, we're took my kids out. It was my son's first mule deer hunt. My 12-year-old. He's only hunted Africa. He's never hunted mule deer. And we got over there, and man, we were just finding deer right off the bat. It was a really nice hunt. It was like a base camp, slept in the truck, little tent, side by side style. Like, you got to hike in, a mile, and we found if we hiked a mile from the road, we were really on the deer, and everyone else kind
Yeah.
of staying on the road. And we were on deer the first morning, didn't shoot one, and ended up actually when we ended up killing Simon's buck, we were
Hmm.
probably 3 or 4 miles back. We were pretty far back, further than we thought. Um,
We
ended
did
up
10
glass.
miles that day, Drew. We did 10 miles that day.
We did
I
10 miles.
got
We
to
did
the
a lot of
point.
miles.
I got to the point. I was looking behind me. I was like, these guys are a little tired.
Yeah, we had bringing my dragging my 12-year-old around, but he did good, dude. For 12 years old, we did
Yeah.
10 miles. I don't know how we did 10 miles. Just like hunting with Drew Miles, right? Just freaking, you're just always hiking and moving around, trying to figure it out, but it works, right? So we got on some deer, didn't get it done, and then we ended up finding some mule deer and decent bucks. I mean, nothing we saw was really giant, but like for him, I was like, if we can shoot a good 3 by, like I'm stoked, right? And we ended up shooting probably a 150 plus 3 by.
Yeah.
He actually gave it a warning shot about 2 foot over his back. He was behind the new X2 tripod, got a little excited and just freaking sent one. And that shot's still going to this day. It's probably in Mexico now. But just it went into the bank behind it. Everybody didn't shoot a skyline deer. Don't email me. But anyways, misses them, and this deer takes off. And the cool thing is about this area is they're not getting hunted a lot, so they're kind of dumb.
Yeah.
And they were in velvet, which is kind of a bummer. But we ended up moving probably 300 or 400 yards, and I'm like, well, just wait here. And the buck ends up coming out broadside, and I think it was like 280 in front of us, and we set Simon up, and Simon just freaking double lung heart shot this deer perfect with he's using my NRL 6.5 Creedmoor, which is like 15 pounds. I bought a super heavy gun, and he was shooting the 140 ELD or 143 ELDM, like their match bullets, and it just smoked this buck. This buck was done. Um, and he had his first buck. It ended up being a good, solid 3 by with, I think, like a 6-inch eye guard on one side. And it was
Yeah.
pretty
They were
cool. He was
huge.
stoked. He was pumped on it. Yeah, huge eye guards. I'm still not convinced, and I have talked to Jay Scott, a few guys about this. They'll think I'm crazy. These deer aren't hybrid deer because there's coos deer everywhere, and like I just don't see mule deer with giant eye guards like this. And both deer we shot had these like weird like coos deer looking eye guards on them. So I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy, but there's coos deer and mule
Anywhere
deer
I
all
see
together.
mule deer with eye guards that big, there's coos deer in the same area
There's there's
every
coos
single
deer
time.
around. And
Hmm.
it's like, and I don't know, people are gonna be like, "Oh, you're an idiot," but I'm like, dude, like I've just seen way too many mule deer without eye guards to see, all of a sudden to see like we're getting the buck my son shot. It just had these like non-typical freaky eye guards on it. I think it had like double eye guards on one side, and one of them was all like cactused out and just yeah. So he shoots that buck, smokes it. I can say, I guess this is a little parenting tip for everybody on here. When I first started home with my kids, I was like ultralight, 243, light gun. And I've learned like first deer, you bring the heaviest gun you have. Heaviest gun you have, most stable gun you have, get them as stable as possible, and you'll have a much better hunt. And so we just put him in I brought my 14-pound NRL gun and just dialed him in, and I was able to zoom into like 25 power. He just smoked this buck. I mean, just perfect shot. Pretty hard to miss, even though he did miss the first time. So that was pretty cool. Got that one done. The next day, I'm pretty sure at this point, my 17-year-old was kind of over hunting. He had just spent 12 days in Utah and he finally got a bull killed and he just wanted to kill a deer, which was kind of a bummer because I kind of wanted him to shoot a bigger deer, but whatever, we got it done. We got on to some deer. We're probably about a mile from the side by side, got onto some deer. And all of a sudden I'm like, oh, there's a buck right in front of us. Like there's a buck like 400 yards away. And like, where? I'm like, no, like literally right in front of us, there's deer. And so we squeeze over there and we got, I think it was like 250 yards from these deer. And there's a deer standing broadside and he shoots the other deer that wasn't the deer I wanted him to shoot. And I don't even think me and Gavin saw us. He watched a video. Um, the deer we wanted him to shoot is standing there and the deer is on the right, just falls down. And we didn't even see it until afterwards. So, but the deer he shot was pretty cool. It was maybe, I don't know, 120-inch mule deer, but it had some really cool eye guards, sweet buck. And just like that, within like 2 days, we showed up on I think the third day the season was open or second day the season was open. Just like that, man, we were done in New Mexico and we shot 2 deer and my kid got his first buck and it was just an epic time.
It was like the perfect youth hunt. I mean, base camping from the road, not walking too much, really easy country. We were all hanging out, having a good time. Like, honestly, it couldn't have gone any better than it did, to be honest with
Yeah. Yeah, versus the hunt I did with you last year when we found like one mule deer buck in five days or 7 days, whatever it was, and we just freaking sweated in 90-degree heat, glassing for hours on end, and found one deer. You know, I mean, like we just could not find a deer for the life of us. This hunt was. It's nice to have a gimme hunt. It's nice
you. Yeah.
sometimes to not have like your dick kicked in, right? Like my kids elk hunt before we sold 2 bulls the whole week and maybe 2 cows in 10 days, right? And we ended up killing one of the bulls. But like that's hard. It's hard on a kid. It's really hard on a 12-year-old. His first hunt.
Yeah.
We're going next week to Arizona, and it's a big desert unit, so it's going to be a little tougher. It's going to be way more like that Borderlands hunt we did.
Yep.
So he'll have a little more of a reality check versus Africa and the management unit. But I'm excited. I think now
You got
we've
to
had
have
some of
those
these
ones,
easier.
though. You got to kind of get a reset to see what hunting's really like sometimes. And everything, every aspect of it, you really get to see it on those hunts as a youth hunter.
Yeah, I'm actually going to pick him up a rifle. So we're done with this. Seekins just sent him a new 6.5 Creedmoor, like a folding chassis gun. I'm
Nice.
left-handed, so they don't make a rifle that fits me. So I was like, let's get Simon dialed in. So we did some trading, and they've got Simon dialed into a really sick. It's counterintuitive what I said. It's a lightweight. I think it's like a 7-pound rifle or something, but it'll be pretty cool. I'm gonna get the scope mounted
Like you
on it
throw it on
for
that
him.
X2, that thing's rock solid. I
If throw it on the
honestly, when you
X2,
when you pulled that thing out and we're like, this thing's so steady, I was like, yeah, you're probably gonna have a little shake like you do with anything else. And I got on that gun and I was like, this is ridiculous. Like this gun is not moving. It is insane.
yeah, I'm gonna carry the X2 with me on this hunt. I'll have the X2 and then my AD, or probably on that I'll probably have my JC because I'll probably be micro panning with my BTX. So I can have a lot of weight on my pack between carrying his gun and optics and cameras and gear and stuff. But man, for youth, you just can't beat that X2, man. It's just so
Yeah,
stable. And like my father-in-law, he's 77 years old. We go straight from our mule deer hunt in Arizona straight into, they actually overlap one day. So we're going to lose a day on the boys hunt. Hopefully we get done early. Straight to his bull hunt. He can't really get prone anymore. So he's bringing his 300, just 30 Nosler, and we're going to put him on that X2 and just have him sit down and freaking crank one.
that'll be perfect.
I told him anything within like 600-800 yards getting cranked because the problem with him is he's just not mobile, right? Like we're not like I could find a bull, like I could with my kids or with you or anyone, I could find an elk 1,000 yards away and be on that elk within an hour, right? With him,
Hmm.
it's over. Like if
Yep.
it's not, you know what I mean. So I really got it. We're really going to just kind of just hunt to his abilities, which is more sitting water. I'm hoping we have a few spots where we can sit, 500 yards above some water and stuff. Hope we can elk him in 300 yards below us. We can get him smoked, and just we're going to play the numbers game, which I think honestly, if most people did it, they'd be more successful. Where you just sit in one spot, just
Yeah.
know you have to sometimes on these hunts. And I think it's just years of hunting. You just learn that like if you sit here long enough, an elk's going to show up or a deer's going to show up. Like you just know it. They might not be here today or tomorrow, but they might be here on the third day. They're going to come through at some point. And I think a lot of people will be way more successful. The problem is it's just so freaking boring,
Yeah.
right? Especially for
If
an
you're not
80.
seeing anything, I mean, you're losing your mind at that point. But it's like,
Yeah.
I think Randy Newberg says, you don't leave elk to find elk. You don't leave deer to
Yeah.
find deer. Just if you're in country that they're in, they're going to be there. You're going to find them.
Yeah, eventually they're going to step out and you're going to kill one. And I think a lot of times we kind of shoot ourselves in the foot by moving around too much. It's just so much more fun sometimes move around or
Yeah.
glass or, make moves and have that, experience, it's just all about it. But with him, it's just not a possibility anymore. You know what I mean? We're
Yeah.
bringing, I'll probably bring a blind and we'll probably get a blind set up, probably bring a little buddy heater or just make it as enjoyable as I can for a 77-year-old dude trying to hunt a public land bull. And he did get it done on this hunt when he was 72 years old or 71 years old and the same tag. So public land, we're going to 77 years old, go out there and kill a bull this week or a couple
That'd be
days.
awesome.
We'll get it done. I'm filming that one. It's a pretty special hunt. It's actually the hunt that I created Tricer on in 2018. He drew the tag and I was carrying around like his heavy outdoorsman's tripod, his rifle, his spotting scope, everything. And I ended up sitting on a rock and like, I can do something better than this. I can make something lighter. That's what started the whole journey. So we're kind of like full circle going back, 7 years later, and we're going to film the hunt and hope and get his second public land bull.
That's awesome stuff.
So where do we go from there, man? So you got that. Now you go and do Aoudad, which is probably my favorite hunt in New Mexico, but I can't draw it anymore. So you drew an Aoudad tag.
Yeah. It's crazy. I didn't think I was going to draw it, to be honest. After hunting them for a couple of years, I kind of got tired of these January, February hunts. I mean, it's just, they're so pressured. They're hard to find. And so I kind of just said, I'm going to put in for the better hunt. And if I draw, I draw. If not, we'll have other stuff to go chase. And lo and behold, this year I drew it and had absolutely no time to scout at all. I mean, between the elk hunt, the deer hunt, I had a wedding to go to. I had no time to go look for sheep. I had a good idea where I was going to go, but just didn't have time. And luckily, one of my buddies, he's a sheep nerd, sheep guru, whatever you want to say. That guy lives and breathes sheep, those Barbary sheep to be specific. And he said he was going to be out there looking for sheep for me, which was nice. And the entire time I was at that wedding, he was just sending me pictures of this 31 to 32-inch ram. And
It's a
in New
stud ram.
Mexico, that's a
It's a
good
stud
ram.
ram. It's
On
anything over
public land,
28. Anything over 28 is a stud ram in New Mexico.
and so I was getting excited just trying to get home from this wedding. And we get out there, try to find him the first day, don't see nothing. Next day, go out there looking for him, and we hear a gunshot. And we're just like, wait a minute. Come to find out, one of his used to be buddies went in there knowing that we were on the sheep because they were having a hard time in their area and went and shot the sheep out from under us while we were in there trying to glass them up.
No
So
way.
parked next to us, drove in there or waited in there and killed that sheep. I mean, it was, in my opinion, I wasn't as upset because I wanted to kill anything 26-inch plus. But for him to be out there for 3 or 4 days watching this sheep and have your buddy go and shoot it, it's a little frustrating. And so he was upset. He was mad. He picked up his backpack and started walking back to the truck. And me and his brother sat there glassing, and his brother found another round and looked at him through my binos. I was like, oh, he's pretty good. I'll shoot him. So we take off running down this mountain, cross this canyon, up the other side. We're out of breath, absolutely dying. It's like 90 degrees outside. And we look back behind us and we can see my buddy Cody running down the mountain after us. He saw us running and knew that we were on a sheep and got set up, had plenty of time. He was by himself during the rut, which is crazy in my opinion. And threw the Tricer bipod that you'd given me down on the ground, put my backpack under the stock, got set up, and he was at 445 yards. And I'd never shot an animal that far in my life. I think my furthest shot was like 400. And so, like, kind of uncomfortable taking a shot that far, but they kind of talked me through it, got me comfortable and confident, and
Down
squeezed off the
there,
trigger.
that's not uncommon at all for those Barbaries.
No,
They have
no,
eyeballs the size of baseballs, and they typically run in groups of 20. Like anything under 300 yards is a miracle on these Barbary sheep. I'm just throwing that out there. It's
yeah.
just how it works.
Oh, I mean, they see any movement and they're gone. I mean, they're gonna go up a cliff face and you're never gonna see
1,000
them
yards
again.
away, dude. I've never hunted an
Yeah,
animal. And the problem with them, like you said, that one's all by themselves. That's why they're so fun because there's so many
yeah,
of them. And like, they're such a fun animal to hunt, but there's 20 of them. And they have
yeah.
eyeballs the size of freaking baseballs, dude. They can just see you from so far. It's so frustrating. But yeah, they like
Yeah,
I remember coming
they're
down, and when
crazy.
I went down, it was like 2017, and long range stuff was still not where it is today. And it was like you'd be able to shoot.
Hmm.
I think I shot mine at 430 yards. Yeah, and I was doing holdovers and stuff. I didn't have a dial or anything back then. I was doing like the whole like, I had like the Boone and Crockett reticle where you just knew like, okay, the second one's here.
Yeah.
So like, it was different back then. But yeah, it's so
I
yeah,
couldn't have done it without a turret scope. There's no way. Like this is the
yeah,
first year I've got to hunt with one, and after having that, it's like, oh, this is a no-brainer. Like you have to have this scope.
yeah,
And then getting comfortable on the floor like that. I've never shot off of a bipod until that hunt, and
no
I
way.
was rock steady. I didn't move at
And
all.
you
I mean,
had the
I got
best
on that chute.
bipod in the world.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I honestly, it was perfect. It didn't take me but 5 seconds to set it up, and I mean, I was rock solid. I didn't think I was going to be that steady, but I mean, it was perfect to take a
when
shot
you
like that and
spread
be
that
confident.
bipod out wide, so I'm not, I mean, toot my own horn here, but when you spread that RP out with the long legs, you spread it out wide like that,
Hmm.
dude. I put my bino harness behind it. I just shot a deer off it on Friday. It's just 340 yards, dude. Bam, flop. Like it's not even fair. That
Oh
bipod
no,
just does every position. You're gonna get to some cool situations, especially when you guys are hunting down there and like some of that mountain and
yeah,
stuff, where you're sitting down and the bipod's extended, but you're still level, right? Like it's just
yeah,
like it just does some cool stuff. It makes it. It's my favorite part about that bipod is just how much stuff is dying because of it. Like how
yeah,
many dudes, I don't know how much truth there is to it, but you know how many dudes text me like, if it wasn't for your bipod, I wouldn't have killed this bull. Which like I'm sure you would have found a way, right? I mean, you probably would have found a way to
yeah,
kill it. They were killing it before, but it's really cool to hear like the reason I made it was for hunting situations. And it's just, dude, like time after time for time for time, people are killing animals off this thing. Just like this is awesome. I
that
love
kind
it.
of terrain, like what you're hunting those sheep in, that bipod is like built specifically for that
one Hundred
kind of
percent,
stuff. I mean, it
hundred
is
percent,
perfect for that scenario.
100%.
And so, yeah, squeeze off the trigger. I didn't know how big he was. We guessed him up to 27, 28 inches, and he measured out to 28 and a half. I mean, he was a stellar ram. They were upset that we didn't get the 31-inch ram, but after shooting that one, I was happy as could be.
Yeah, dude. I mean, anything over like that's just what I remember them talking to them is like anything over 28 is a trophy in
Yeah,
New Mexico public land. Like it's a trophy ram. There's a lot of guys hunting them. Um, that's awesome, dude. So you got him done, got him cleaned up, got him out of there. Um, you guys hunt? Did you guys hunt oryx as well this year? Or no,
no, we don't have an oryx hunt this year, sadly. I was
dude. I'm
trying,
gonna draw that
scrounging, trying to
tag.
pick someone up.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
draw that tag. I want to do it so bad with you guys. I put in for that one every year. Again, I don't want. I hate talking so much like on the pod. I feel like I'm getting like giving spots up. So like I want to draw that oryx tag so bad. Like that's on my like we were in Africa this year and I could have shot one and I was like, no, I don't want to shoot one. Like why? I'm like, I want to shoot one in New Mexico. Like I don't
yeah.
want to shoot an oryx in Africa. I want to shoot an oryx in New Mexico. Like it wouldn't mean anything to me shooting in Africa. Shooting in New Mexico would be just top of my
It's the
list.
best hunt we have by far. I mean, it's really fun. It's a lot of glassing, which you love. You're moving around, covering country, watching some of the coolest animals you can ever see. I mean, it's awesome.
Yeah, that's what I love about even the Barbary in that desert terrain. It's not so much like, and you can maybe correct me if you do it differently. We moved a lot. We did a lot
Yeah,
of hiking and a lot of glassing. So you're moving a lot, but glassing a lot. So you're kind of like glassing fingers and moving. You could do like the day I killed my sheep, we did 18 miles because
yeah,
you're just moving and glassing. Because like it's not like you get up on a like a mule deer, you're looking for one of them, you get up high and you sit there all day long. Like you can sit there,
yeah.
you've glassed them before, no joke, I glass 10 hours a day. Like it's stupid. But like with these Barbary, you're kind of moving around. Gavin's laughing because he knows the truth. You with the Barbary, you're really kind of like the terrain is so much so that like you could walk a quarter mile and see something totally different if that makes any
Yeah.
sense, right? Like it's just really like, and you do a lot of glassing sometimes from the tops, a lot of it's from the bottoms, and you're kind of
Hmm.
walking these valleys and like glassing up into these fingers. It was a super fun hunt, a lot of standing and glassing. I really enjoyed it. And on my hunt down there, I did run into some over the counter or some off range oryx, and it was like, oh, I want to kill you so bad. And that's kind of what got me the bug of like, I mean, I know there's a white sand hunt. I don't even put in for that anymore. I want to hunt the off range oryx. I want to get it done on those things. And I'm going to draw the tag at some point. It's not that bad. I mean, I just said the tag, but it's like a 10% success rate to draw it. So I'll
It's
draw
not
it soon.
terrible to be honest with you. That's a
10%'s
pretty
not,
decent draw.
10%'s not bad. Like I hear 10% and I'm like, you're saying there's a chance. Like I can draw that tag, right? Like anything over, over 5, I'm like, I can draw that tag. So
That's what I
yeah,
like.
epic.
Like Aoudad, Oryx. I'm not even going to talk about Bighorn. I've never been, but like even the ibex hunts that we have here, it's not hard to find them. Like, they're either
Yeah.
going to be there or they're not. Cover country, get behind the glass, keep moving, and then when you find them, they're there. And that these animals move so much. It's just a game of trying to find where they're going to be, and that's what makes it so much fun, I think.
Yeah, and I just love like everyone knows like I hunt Southern California, I hunt Arizona, I hunt New Mexico. Like I those are the states I really love. Like I know people love like the big mountains of Idaho and stuff, which is cool, but I love that desert terrain. I love that
Hmm.
open. Like I'm so excited for my kids' mule deer hunt this year where it's just like you would never think their deer lives where we're hunting. Like people
Yeah.
drive by this all day long and it's like literally just like rocks, some mountains and pucker bushes, and we're gonna find a deer in there. We're gonna kill some deer in the desert. It's just something about those desert deer that really just gets me excited. And same thing, that's I think is why I love the Barbary so much, and then I really want to do the Oryx at some point. I don't even put in for ibex. It's like a 1% success rate. I'd rather keep my $3,500 in my bank account. I don't put in for bighorn or ibex down there. It's just like the odds are so bad for non-res. I should. I don't know. I just
The
don't.
ibex hunt is the worst thing I think you can do in North America hunting wise. That hunt is terrible. And not even
Is
to
it
mention that, I mean, that the herd population's going down so much. We all think that they're getting rid of them. I think there's going to be bighorn sheep on that mountain eventually. The management's been terrible. There's not very many left. We have a hunt this year to go film, thankfully. But I guarantee you within 5 to 10 years, they're going to be gone.
because they're all in like one on the Floridas, right? It's it one
Yeah.
area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's managed by BLM. They only want so many. They tried to cut down the herd, and they did too good of a job doing that. And so I want to say there's only like 150 to 200 ibex left on that mountain, and not very many billies.
As a non-res, like it's almost impossible now to draw that tag. So I'm
Yeah,
like, I don't even put in for it anymore. There used to be a pretty good odds for kids, but even then, I think the owner of Kuyu's kid drew it years ago. But now it's like you just can't draw. The odds are just not in
I
your
put in
favor.
for archery just to go. I just want to, even if I don't shoot one, at least try to get into bow range just to say I did it. I mean, it's just a cool
Yeah, yeah, it'd be fun to do. I just don't put in for that one. It's just the odds are not in my favor.
hunt.
Um, Sick. So you got that done. What else? What else you hunting over there? So did you say your wife killed something?
My wife didn't kill something. We had an interesting turn of events on our hunt. So she drew her first bull elk hunt this year in a unit that we have some decent experience in, know that there's pretty good bulls. And we're going to take it pretty serious. She took time off work as a teacher, which is pretty hard to do, and went up there, I think, 2 days early, found a camp spot, hiked in. It's a wilderness unit again, not the same as mine, but another one, and bedded down a beautiful, probably 315 bull. Hiked back out and decided, we're going to hit it hard. And the next morning, get up super early,
Rifle tag, correct?
muzzle loader.
A muzzleloader. Okay, and
Yeah,
open sight
muzzle loader.
muzzleloader. Keep in mind,
Mhm.
everyone now it is open sight muzzleloader now in New Mexico.
And then, like with her, the muzzleloader too, my wife's 5 feet tall. I'm not going to let her shoot 150 grains of powder and kick the heck out of her when she's shooting it. So we were doing about 100 grains. So really, we were limited to like a 100-yard shot. It was
That's
going to be
all I
tough.
do. 100 grains. I mean, 100 grains.
Yeah.
I shoot that CVA 100 grains. I mean, you see me miss. I'm great.
Yeah.
You see me miss with that muzzleloader.
Well, my wife wears
You see,
glasses, so it's like
you
I
see
don't
me
even
miss.
know if she could shoot an animal at 200 yards, anyways. I mean, it's even with a
It's so
muzzleloader,
hard.
200
It's
yards is
so
tough.
hard, dude. Like I do like Arrowhead. I do want to buy one of these Arrowhead rifles from Luke
Yeah.
over there because he's making a sick gun now with like a turret style open sight, and like Brady's just smoking stuff with it like 300 400 yards. But dude, like I do work when I read now, I wear glasses, but like dude, like anything over 150 yards with those open sights,
Yeah.
it's hard. Like I did open sight lever action this year on deer, and like I told myself like 100 yards, that's it. Like
It's
it's
tough. I
tough.
mean, trying to
It's
place
tough.
that bullet right where you want it to go, it's really hard to do with open sights.
I mean, Ben got it done like 150 yards, but he shot 4 times. It's, with his open sight lever action. That's one cool thing about lever action. You can keep going with a muzzleloader.
Yeah.
You get one shot. Like I mean, I missed that deer last year. I thought he was 100. He was like 150. I went right underneath him, and I thought I hit him. But it's just like you don't have that forgiveness like with with like a centerfire rifle where you can
Yep.
like 50 yards. It might as well be a mile. Like it's just like
Yeah.
that bullet, those 50 in those traditional, cheap $500 CVA muzzleloaders like I'm shooting, it drops like an extra 18 inches at
Yeah.
50, 150 yards versus 100 yards. So anyway, she's got the tag. You guys are trying to get her a bull killed.
Oh, we bedded down a beautiful bull. He's in a kill spot, as I like to say, like a place you know you're going to sneak in and shoot this animal. I mean, it was working out perfect. We watched him till sundown, hiked back out to the truck, which I think was like 2 miles back to the truck. So that morning we woke up early, started hiking up the mountain. I think it was like 4 in the morning, super early, dark. Trying to get your wife to hike in the dark in the woods for the first time is tough, but she did it. And we heard a side by side driving into some private down below us. And so I was thinking in my head, this is perfect. They're going to push elk into the wilderness. We're going to get on some elk today. It's going to be great. Get to the top of the mountain where we were at the day before and see the bull. We're within 1,000 yards at this point, which you're getting close to killing that animal. And we're about to start sneaking in. And all of a sudden, I look over to the left and I see a side by side driving on the top of this
Oh, you
ridge.
called
I'm
me and
like,
told me this story. I remember now.
yeah. I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
this is wilderness. There shouldn't be anyone driving in here. Like, hey, if there was a road, I get it, but there's no roads. I've walked all of this stuff. They're driving their side by side through the wilderness. I'm like, this isn't right. So I called Game and Fish just to let them know, hey, there's someone driving through the wilderness up here. And we watched them drive around and park in this meadow. And we've had a bad run-in with this outfit before, but all of a sudden they started walking after that bull that we were glassing up. And I'm thinking in my head, like, these guys don't give access. All they do is hunt their private. I don't think they have a public land tag, and they're chasing this bull on public land with a private tag. So I started filming with my camera, getting evidence in case we needed it, because I was frustrated. I mean, I got my wife on a bull. These people drove in and started pushing these elk. Eventually, bumped them 6 miles deep, which I'm not going to take my wife that far into the wilderness on her first bull elk hunt. I mean, it'll ruin it
yeah.
for her. And seeing those people do that, I was afraid that she would never want to do this again. And so
No.
we kind of went a different route. We're trying to find more elk to get on, and just them driving in there and taking their side by side on the top of that ridge, they just pushed everything in deep. And so we're like, well, that sucks. And on the way out, we ran into a game warden, and he went in and took pictures. Then they went to go talk to the guys and see what they had to say. Come to find out, they didn't have public land tags; they had private land tags. And so I brought up the fact that I have video evidence of them walking over and throwing a stock on this bull on public land. They just said, well, there's nothing we can do about it because they didn't shoot it. And I was like, oh, what do you mean there's nothing you can do about it? I mean, they were trying to stalk this animal. Come on, you know? And so it was frustrating to have that happen. And they got a slap on the wrist for driving their side by side on public land. We have a point system here for guide licenses. And I mean, like our driver's license, it's like 10 points. A guide license is 20. And that driving on wilderness land and their side by side was like 5 points on their guiding license. So it's like getting a 10-mile-an-hour over the speed limit traffic ticket. I mean, it's just like ridiculous. And so we hiked out, tried to find more elk in some different country, and just weren't able to turn anything up. And so it was super frustrating on that hunt.
That's hard, man. Yeah, it's public land. I mean, I know they weren't. We deal with it, right? Every time we get out, it's hard, and it's kind of like we've talked about this before. Like I'd prefer going on a hunt with not a lot of animals, with not a lot of people, over a hunt with a lot of
Yeah,
animals and a lot of people. And I've changed my mind. Like last year, I drew a 70% success rate hunt in Colorado, and we killed 3 deer in like 2 days. I just wanted to go home. It was just so many people. I hated it. I was like, I can care less about killing a deer. Like this is not fun.
yeah.
The Utah was a little bit different this year because there wasn't many people, but man, it's when people are out there, they just suck sometimes.
And
They don't
I
have the
took a
same.
video and posted it. I was so frustrated, and we posted on Facebook and Instagram. And oh my gosh, the amount of backlash we got. And I clearly said these guys are driving them on wilderness, which is a big no-no. And of course, in the description, I say what happened and this, and I get flooded with all these comments. I think that video got like 50,000 likes or views or something like that, and it was just nothing but negativity, talking smack, saying that we don't hunt hard enough. And I'm just like, this hunting community is just so freaking toxic. I cannot believe this.
Yeah, the internet's awesome, dude. Keyboard warriors are awesome. I love everything about it. I love. We don't post. Some of our hunts don't get posted just for like certain things. We're like, we can't post that because people are going to
Yeah,
flip out,
yeah,
right? Like, and it's like just real life hunting things that they're doing way more than I am, and we're like, we probably shouldn't post that. People might get upset because you shot
yeah.
3 times or something, or you hit it in the gut, whatever. It's just part of it. We cut things out because it's just like reality. But people on
Yeah.
the internet are just experts, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm the first to admit I am not perfect. I make mistakes. I get excited and I turn my kids loose sometimes when I shouldn't turn them loose. And we're very ethical when we hunt. You've hunted with me, right? Like
Yeah.
we kill the vast majority of animals we shoot at, but sometimes things go wrong, and you would think people walk on water on the internet.
Yeah.
And the truth of the matter is, we all make mistakes. We all get in situations where we pull the trigger and we shouldn't pull it. We get excited or things happen, and we rush things. And my buddy Brandon just texted me. Oh, he'll listen to this podcast or not. And he just texted me a picture of him shooting this stud coos deer in Arizona, and he's like 3 foot to the left of it. And he's like, dude, I just got excited and pulled the trigger. I'm like, he's like, it's gonna haunt my dream. And he's a great
Yeah.
shot. I mean, he's a great shot. Wasn't that far of a shot, dude? And he just freaking touched one off and just totally whiffed. I mean, like, you're like, how do you miss by 3 feet? But
Yeah.
things happen, man, and people on the internet suck. Dude, Gavin,
That's
that was a
one thing. Like that's like one thing I hate though, to be honest, is like even like I'm an average Joe hunter. Like you and I have this conversation. We talked about it earlier, and it's like even though now that I post videos and make videos for people, it's like I'm held to this different standard now, and it's like I'm just like the rest of you guys. I'm not trying to say I'm better. I don't think I'm better. I'm average at what I do. I'm okay at best, and it's just that's the one part about this that sucks, I think.
yeah, man, but screw them.
Yeah.
No, but these bad. Way you guys hunt is so cool, and I love everything He the Monster Outdoors does. I watch you guys' videos. I'm a fan of you guys. If you guys are watching like Gritty and all these other guys who are incredible, you should watch Gavin's stuff because he's just some normal dude out there who's just getting it done on some big animals and just having a blast doing it. Gavin, this was a fun pod, dude. Where can we follow you guys? He the Monster Outdoors on social. Where are you guys
Yeah,
at?
social, Facebook and Instagram, Gila Monster Outdoors. We're starting to get back into TikTok now because they're not taking down our videos. And then YouTube, just Gila Monster Outdoors. If you guys have questions or anything like that, want us to film your hunt, just shoot us a message on one of our social media platforms and we'll get in contact with you.
Yeah, go subscribe. I'm still shocked. Like, I'm still waiting for you guys just to blow up because, like, you guys have some epic hunts, dude. And I'm like, some of your videos are just like primed to just go mega viral. I think you guys are gonna have some great content. I'm stoked being your friend. Anything you need from me, I'm here for you guys. I'm a fan of the Monster Outdoors, and I will try and hunt with you every year if I can. Hopefully, we can get together and you can actually hunt for once. We can do something. It'd be fun to do that. We can
Yeah.
partner up. Problem is, you get all the good tags. I got to get like the trash non-resident tags over there. You get all the good stuff. So
You're going
we'll
to have
figure
to
something
come
out.
film my backcountry elk hunt for me next year, I think.
Yeah, that'd be sick. I'll go film for you. Yeah, I'm actually filming. I'm bringing Duesenberry to Mexico. I'm bringing Duesenberry, Ben Denimani, and a guy who want to hunt with us, and I'm just gonna film. I don't even have a tag, so we have
Nice.
three
That'll be
tags. I
fun.
don't have a tag. I'm just gonna film, go down and guide and record, and it'll be fun to record Luke because Luke's always recording everybody else. So I'm just gonna be behind
Yeah,
the camera and just having a good time, and so be excited for
that'll be
that. But
awesome.
dude, let's do it again, huh?
Sounds like a plan, Drew.
Thanks, bro.
Thanks for having me.